Let me turn it over to Senator Inhofe.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. And Director Ashe, I really do appreciate your coming out and talking to our constituents, and also your recognition of what happened in Woodward, Oklahoma. It was just really a tragic. I knew one of the persons who had died in that tornado. So I'll pass that on to your concern and your condolences at the same time. As you know, this issue is really important to the people of Oklahoma and along with the people of the other 4 states, and making a very significant push to ensure the long-term viability of the species. And that said, I know the proposed listing deadline is coming up in September. The settlement agreements allow the service to grant a 6-month extension so biologists can continue examining the species. I don't want to ask you for a commitment. I just ask if you would be as flexible as possible to working with my office and other stakeholders to allow time for these efforts to demonstrate what they're able to do.
We will work with you, Senator. The law does provide us with some flexibility to take into account new information, and the state of Oklahoma, as you know, has been a leader. I met last week again with Secretary Gary Scherer, and the state is really producing a great plan for conservation of the lesser prairie chicken, and is leading the other 4 states within the range of the species. So we look forward to working with the state of Oklahoma and the other range states, and we will provide as much flexibility as we possibly can.
That's great, and I appreciate that, and that's all I could ask. Could you just make some comments about the reauthorization of the North American Wetlands Conservation Act, and more specifically why it's important to have a voluntary program like that that incentivizes the state and private funding? Your comments about the NAWCA.
Sure. And first, I want to begin with thanking you for your leadership in introducing that legislation. The North American Wetlands Conservation Act has been has become an absolute foundation of our ability to conserve the waterfowl resource in the United States, and it provides a bridge between Canada and the U.S. and Mexico, coordinates response amongst all of the agencies within the 3 governments. So, you know, in the United States, it's Interior, it's Agriculture, Department of Defense. We have partners like the Nature Conservancy, Ducks Unlimited, Trust for Public Lands. All of our state agencies are partners in that process, and so the North American Waterfowl Conservation Act has really become a singular success, leveraging public dollars 2 and 3 and 4 to 1. At the Migratory Bird Conservation Commission meeting last month, they presented a slate of projects that were matched with three private dollars for every federal dollar. So just a tremendous success story, and needs to be reauthorized so that we can continue that record.
Okay, I appreciate that very much. Dr. Anderson,